Hello, it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with you, it might not. Okay, so this message is coming in for a feminine energy who was chasing after a masculine energy in the past. And this really, to me, feels like high school days or college days. It definitely feels like young adult. Definitely, I think for most of you, it's like you weren't 25 yet. That brain wasn't fully developed. And I can see that in your energy here towards him. So, like I said, you were chasing after this man in the past. It's like you put him up on a pedestal. And this feels very much like a cool guy, nerdy girl kind of combination. At least in your mind, that's how you're processing it. Because I can see that you put this man up on a pedestal. You thought that he was, I don't know, cool, popular, handsome, charismatic. And it's giving the Taylor Swift, like, you belong with me, you know, waiting for the day that you wake up and find that what you're looking for has been here the whole time. And you've just been patiently waiting in the background, you know, just being this loving presence. And that's how you were synthesizing it. But the way he is synthesizing it is like this kind of doormat energy that he knows that you're a kind person. He knows that you're a sweet person. He knows that you make goo goo eyes at him. He knows that. And he's always known that. And so he's just kind of shelved your energy. He puts you on the back burner. He takes you down off the shelf whenever it is that he feels like he wants to, or he's shelved it for later in his mind. And because I really feel like this man is older for a lot of you. I'm sorry if this is like a tough message, but I think there's something here that Spirit is highlighting of, you know, in the past you were young, you were not yet 25, you really couldn't see the reality of what this actually is, and now you are, and you're capable of seeing the truth, and you're capable of handling the truth. And so now we need to get this snapshot, of an accurate snapshot of this man, like actually how he is, actually who he is, in a lot of different aspects, so that you can finally reconcile this within yourself and grow your own worth a little bit here in this situation. I really do feel like this is a karmic of yours, and I feel like this is what this person has come into your life to teach you, is actually, believe it or not, to mirror back your own worth and your own value. So part of that is dissecting exactly what has gone on here, because I feel like for a lot of you, this man is older now, which I know is like a relative term, but it's like he's older. He's gone away from you. He's gone off on his own path here, and he's pursued the women that he wants to pursue. And you know, take that however it resonates. Women of, I just heard like a certain caliber, whether that's like looks or professionally, or in a certain echelon, or he's pursued his type, you know, whatever that is. And I think at this stage in this man's journey, there's quite a few X's here. So I think there's been kind of a smattering and a mix of energies, because I'm seeing you kind of try to use the tarot. I think that there's an insecurity here where, because there's still this remnant of you putting this masculine up on a pedestal. So I think you're kind of scanning for interference. And it's because there is a part of you that understands that he has always put your energy on a back burner. There's always somebody else that he's chasing whenever he comes around to you, or whenever he's in your vicinity. And it's like, you sort of just kind of know that. So I think, and you could be comparing yourself here to this man's exes. Don't do that, okay? And if you're using the tarot, it's like, I do feel like there's a smattering of exes. I keep saying that. So I do think some of them here could have been very vain or very selfish, very manipulative. You have that energy here in his past, but you also have women who kind of mirror your, like, he could have pursued them. He could have like gone after them. They could have been his type and everything, but they had to, similar to you, be on a path of learning their own self-worth, because this man could have tried to play some kind of games. I really get the sense that he triangulates a lot in order to fluff up his own ego. And it's because I feel like what mirrors between you and this masculine is actually some kind of like insecurity, some kind of low self-esteem. So it's like, I think he tried to put these other women in his past in, he tried to run some kind of game on them, or he tried to knock their self-worth or make them feel insecure, and they just did not put up with it. And I think you need to reframe these women, honestly, even the ones that are manipulative, and like, because they still don't tolerate his mess. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so reframing them in your mind of like, maybe these women were onto something. Maybe I have something to learn from them. Maybe this is the reason why he seemingly shows up. I don't know that he shows up for women, to be honest. This man, I think that there's something here. I do think that he's tried. I think that he's chased after. I think that he's pursued. I think that he's invested in certain other women besides you. But I think what you're meant to learn here is that they were onto something, and that they just, it's not that, oh my gosh, he's finally realized, it's that nobody else wants his ass. It's that everybody else told him to kick rocks. And that is why this man is back at your door. And I hope and I pray that you have enough self-respect. That's what you're supposed to learn here is, wait a second, like, dust off those angel wings and be like, excuse me, I don't know what you're on, but you can't come just rolling back in here. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to take care of you. It's like this man picks you up and puts you down whenever, and he knows that you're always going to have his side on things and always have his back on things, because he knows that you're like obsessed with him and that you put him up on this pedestal. And I think what you need to hear, for whoever this message is coming through for, is that you see this man through a lens that most people do not see this man through. Because it's like he's stuck back in like high school days. And I'm seeing Matthew McConaughey's character from Dazed and Confused, that like, all right, you know? And it's like he wants to drive that like sports car that was popular when he was a junior in high school, and he thinks that that's the pinnacle, but really he needs to drive something that has a trunk and that is reliable. And you know what I'm saying? It's but you're seeing this man through this lens of like, putting him up on the pedestal, thinking that he's a prize. And I kind of feel like a lot of other people just see this man as like a dusty crusty. You know, they're like, he hasn't really done anything with his life. He's got failed relationships. I just heard smelly. I just heard smelly cat, what are they feeding you? So the other thing is like, maybe he's not, maybe he's like obsessed with something. I love Phoebe, okay? She's my favorite Friends character. But you know how she's like not very great at singing? Like she is in her own little cutesy kind of way, but she's like, she takes it very seriously and everything, and it's like, she's kind of goofy with it. So I feel like there could be something here that this man like thinks that he's really good at, but it's like he's kind of goofy with it. And people, they take it in their stride, you know? They think that he's like amusing or something, but they also kind of feel bad for this man. They think that he's stuck in some kind of like high school or college mentality, and that he needs to mature, he needs to grow up, and that he doesn't really have much to offer somebody in relationship. And for some reason, and I think it's this like past connection, and I want to say the word child brain. It's like you liked this man with your child brain. You know, it's same thing as like liking New Kids on the Block or Backstreet Boys or, you know, something like that. And it's like you kind of outgrown that, and you know more about what your type is. And I'm getting kind of this comparison. So I don't know if you may have another option that's around you, and this person could be watching you actually interact with this person. And this is a person that you can have it all with. And this person is like clean. And I don't know what I mean by that. So maybe for some, there's this person from your past is like a user of some sort, like you know, maybe drinks a lot or is using other substances, but also there could be like an unkempt kind of dirty, I don't know, take that however it resonates, but this other person is like clean, they're structured, they're balanced, they bring a lot to the table, they have this prize kind of energy, they've developed themselves as a person, and they see your worth and they see your value, but they see you kind of maybe chasing after this other masculine, and I think they are getting spooked here. They're getting the warning signs. They're like, maybe I should back off here. Like I thought that I didn't. Yeah, they're starting to realize something that they didn't realize, that this person was around you, or that I think they're honestly shocked that you would tolerate this at all. And I'm hearing this, and I've gotten this message before. A lot of your friends feel the same way. That why are you allowing this man to mooch off of you? Why are you letting him back into your space? Why are you letting him back into your energy? And I really think that this is a call to like waking up to your own value. You're a valuable person. Anybody would be lucky to have you. You want to invest. You want to take care of somebody here. But this person, it's no good, because this is a codependent dynamic, and it's built on both of you having low self-esteem. Your low self-esteem causes you to put this masculine up on a pedestal. It also causes you to think he's something of yours, and he's not. I just heard he's for the streets. And that's maybe what some of these other women here have recognized. And I'm also being told to stop comparing yourself to other women, because I really think that your competitive attitude here, it's based on lust. You had a lust for this man in the past, but I think if you back up and if you really see him for what he is, I think that will very naturally heal in you. And it is a healing that needs to occur in you. And this healing of not feeling worthy and not feeling good enough and feeling like you have to put up with this second rate, second place, placeholder kind of drag your nasty, crusty ass back to me whenever you've invested in like a lot of these other people. And he may well have sob stories, because this is a man that I feel like cannot see himself clearly, you know, and you kind of have joined the party here with this person. And there also could potentially be other third parties here as well, because I think that's he could be using you to try. I think you know that this man could have done this with you in the past, used you to try to get the attention of someone else. That same pattern could be going on, or he's just kind of parking it with you, and exploiting your labor is what I'm hearing. So you could be making dinner for this man. You could be giving him your time and your love and your attention and your body and everything. He's just using that as a placeholder until he can get on his feet or, yeah, I just wouldn't let this man use you like this, because that's how he's using you, but that's not who you really are. And spirit needs you to wake up to who you really are. And I really feel like this group needs to spend some time reframing certain specific repeating negative thought patterns that this man maybe has unearthed in you. Things like you're never going to be good enough. You're never going to find anybody better than this man. You could throw a rock and hit someone better to be in a relationship with this man. I think that's what these other women in the past knew. And like these more manipulative women, they were using him the way that he's using you. So that was his karmic lesson for the way that and I don't think it's just been you. I think this man, I'm just seeing him kind of reach out and grab whatever's around him to hide behind or to keep himself afloat. It's just like very reactionary. And you deserve better than that. And so I'm sorry if I have to pop the bubble, but he's not with you for some kind of romantic reason. It's not that you're soulmates. This is very much a karmic for you, a karmic lesson. And honestly, it's a beautiful karmic lesson if you allow it to be, because I think when you start to see this man for what he really actually is, it's going to bring you quite a bit of peace. And I think this is all about like acceptance. And I'm hearing the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I really feel like this man is not ever going to see you in that light. And it's because, like in the way that you want him to. And it's maybe because the patterning, like you could have put up with this man's stuff for like quite a period of time. But it's also just because his head is up his own rear end. To be honest with you, like I just don't think he sees anybody clearly. He's very selfish, and so I think that the people that he pursues in life it's all about what he can get out of them. Or so even it's like a blessing if this man doesn't look your way, it's a blessing. Or if you're able to sidestep this man, either one. So I just heard from Pink, it's like, go on girl and get you some, like get out of here, like get yourself a good person, a soulmate energy. And don't be flattered if this man chases after you. It's just his own selfishness still. You have to see that for what it is and accept that for what it is. And that's what's going to bring stability into your life in terms of relationships. I feel like this man's been in and out, and it's because he knows that he can. Even energetically, he likes to pop up just to keep you on the hook. This man will just message you even, just to see, if you're still on the hook and if they can still come back. And that's all. I feel like it's as little investment as they can possibly get away with. That's what they'll get away with. And I feel like if you accept that that's who he is and that's how he sees you, and that you can't change it, and you stop trying to change it, that's what brings stability in. It's financial stability, sexual stability, emotional stability, and that's where you're going to turn around. And I just heard, and what you're looking for has been here the whole time. And I feel like there's somebody there. It's like, this could be a friend. This is somebody who really does see your worth and your value. They really cannot believe that you even give this man the time of day, because they can see, and this is the other thing, it's like a lot. I don't know if you think that you're the belle of the ball, like being with this masculine, but pretty much everybody around you just sees that this man is using you, and nobody knows why you put up with it. So I don't know if you think people think that you're his person, and that's not how it's being viewed. It wasn't how it was viewed in the past, and it's not how it's viewed now. So I feel like you're the last one to kind of like wake up. And as soon as you do, it's like you can go get something that's actually worth something, that's actually stable. And I'm hearing like 401ks and like properties. You're gonna have a stable life. You're gonna get yours. You're gonna be happy, and you're gonna have like an actual soulmate energy, and you're gonna come in and you're gonna heal from this lust, and yeah, you're going to heal from this lust. But I also feel like you should spend some time reframing these like specific negative thoughts, because I do think that you've compared yourself unfavorably to a lot of different feminine energies. Some of you could have debased yourself trying to take a shot at some of these feminine energies because you just were so certain that you were this man's soulmate. You don't have to fight for your soulmate. No, you don't. You don't have to fight for your soulmate, okay? This man has been showing you who he is. And for some, I'm hearing for some, you do owe a feminine energy an apology, or you've really chucked a lot of negative energy at someone who's actually quite beautiful inside and out. And I think actually is a soulmate of yours, and somebody who maybe has agreed to come into this life with you and then run parallel to you right next to this man so that you could take notes, is what I'm hearing. Take the notes. And this is actually she is the one that gave you the most valuable out of this, the most valuable anything of value out of the situation, because you run parallel to her and she showed you what it looks like to take your power back and to stand in your own worthiness when this man is yanking you around. So yeah, because I think for this group, you were thinking that you were actually in some manipulative energy around this man. I'm not saying that you're a bad person, but I think it was like he just tickled this place in your brain that made you think that you just had to, you just had to, and I think that there's somebody here that it's like maybe you're comparing yourself to, and this is actually like soulmate energy of yours, maybe even of his, because this is a very upright person. And yeah, there's a sense of you misunderstanding the situation and miscoloring and miscategorizing everybody here in this situation, and it's because of your own insecurity, and it's because of your fixation. This is like obsession, fixation on this man, and it is coming from a place of lack within you, and that's what it was meant to expose in you. And once you can, I know it's hard because I can feel your obsession with this man. But once you unearth that and you realize this is what this was always meant to teach you, it was always meant to show you this pit of like self-esteem. Really compare yourself to this man. Compare, like, really do. I think it's like you're stable in some way, or you are the prize in this situation. That's what it was meant to teach you. Take your lesson. There's a soulmate around you that you can have everything with. And for some of you, it's like, or that you're supposed to be investing in. And I think for a lot of you, it is actually like a friend that's going to be a romantic connection. There's just a natural, they're going to show you what real chemistry is. Because I don't think this man feels the same way about you that you do him. I think that your brain just goes crazy with the lust factor, and you think it's mutual, and you think that's how he feels when he's with you, and it isn't. It's just not. It's this kind of, I'm almost picturing like the craze of like chasing after the Beatles or something. It's a high for you. It's like he's your drug. But this other man that's around you is going to show you what actual chemistry is, what it feels like. And it might feel like not the same thing, but it's going to be reciprocal, and it's not reciprocal with this man. And the lust feelings are not reciprocal either with this man. And again, I know that's hard to hear, but I'm only saying that because you need to get free from this man. You really do. I think the writing's been on the wall, and I think you need to break free from this man. But there is somebody else here around you that might have been around you for a long time that I think was going to make an approach or something, was going to ask you out or something, and then saw this man around you and didn't. And it's like that's the guy. That's really the guy. And he's going to give you everything, and he's going to reflect back your value and your worth and show you what genuine chemistry looks like. And it's not this gnaw your arm off kind of lustful thing that has you in an unequal partnership, wanting and hoping, trying to delude yourself into thinking that this masculine does feel the same way when really he doesn't at all. And again, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to leave it there. And it's nothing to do with you and your worth. It's just some people are right for each other and some people aren't. And this man is not right for you. He's just not right for you. So I think that he's unearthed. This is like, take the value that he's brought to your life is that he's unearthed your insecurities. And if you look at it as don't look that he's supposed to fix these insecurities by his presence and by his relationship with you. He's not, okay? Because this man, there will always be third parties here because it's just not right between the two of you, for either of you. He wants something different. And I think that, and you actually do as well if you'll allow yourself to know that. So he's unearthed certain self-esteem things. And one of the things that you can reframe, it's not that he's not choosing you because you're any less. It's just, so you hear what I keep saying to you? It's just not right between you and this guy. It's just not right. And you're going to realize, I think you're going to be surprised because you're going to realize that actually he's not up to your standard. You feel like this man is judging that you're not up to his standard. And so you're trying to strive, and maybe you're even trying to become this man's standard. That's an error right there. You should be trying to become who you really are, and then trust that that's going to draw in your person. That's a recipe for success right there. I think for some of you, that's like the next lesson that you're going to learn. That was a bit of like a let's skip to the end kind of thing. It's you need to be like, stop comparing yourself to this man, because I think that you're trying to look like his people, or the people that he goes after. You're trying to mimic their energy. Stop. This is like low self-esteem stuff. You're a beautiful person. Figure out who you are. Go your own way. Develop your own sense of style, your own sense of beauty, your own hobbies, and you're going to have another soulmate here that's drawn in, and that's your person, and it works out better in the end that way. But what he's gifted you is, I think all of your insecurities are open right now, so spend some time with those and like reframing those. And if you need help, reach out to like a therapist or a friend or somebody that's like trusted. So anyways, this has gone on for a while. That's what I have for you. And if that resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.